Hello everyone. So this is a new build for one of my favorite Titan Quest 2 characters. It's it's really an overpowered build, so I guess it will be nerfed in the future because it's really strong, and it is based on the Rook and Storm archetypes, so to say, so classes. And yeah, let's just get into it. So basically, the gear is quite easy to get together. I just put everything I could on critical strike chance and resistances. Basically, why? Because you just and lightning damage. So critical chance, lightning damage, and resistances. Because otherwise, you will just get killed in a second. And we only damage with lightning and we want to hit it big, so critical chance. So how does this look like regarding attributes? So let us start with the attributes. And I put everything into knowledge and agility because I mostly use these weapons and gear, which uses knowledge and agility. I didn't even touch might and vigor. But the main thing is why we use these two is because of cunning. Because if you put points in these are going to um, uh, put other points into your cunning, and cunning is basically lightning damage, which we need. So these two are kind of really important for me. I don't know exactly what kind of legendary gear is in the game currently. If there is something like a weapon that gives you 200% lightning damage and its might, then of course I have to change the build. But currently for the basic build, it's knowledge and agility. For the masteries, we have Storm and Rouge. Core Masteries I haven't touched, so we are not using it. Basically, it's quite useless for us. And Storm will be our main deal, our main mastery here, and Rouge is going to be the secondary mastery. It's just a support mastery. So let's start with Storm. Storm is really important, and the passives are also really important because most of our damage comes from the passive. You know that Storm has many passives which trigger a lightning strike. So lightning strike is really important for us because this is our. So basically, you stand still and kill everything around you if you want. So yeah, it's going to be important. Um, Our spamming skill is Lightning Bolt. Let's just go through the active ones. It's Lightning Bolt, and you max it out, and you use these parts of it. So Rage Gain is great because the more rage we have, the more damage we have. Lightning Strikes is of course important because it has 30 chance to trigger Lightning Strikes on hit, but there is a passive skill that brings this percent higher. So basically, almost 100%, I think. So with this, we can trigger Lightning Strikes with every attack. Projectiles is good for clearing more mobs, and Electric Burst is just there for the fun of it. So it's quite. It's not that big of a deal. So these 2 points, Rage and Lightning Strikes. No, actually, only Lightning Strikes is the most important here. After you put 3 points in this, then you just put other points wherever you want, basically. But I found this best. Next active point in Storm is Storm Nimbus, and With this, you will have Storm enchantment, which is, of course, the more lightning damage, the better, and Thunderstorm, which generates lightning strikes every 2 seconds with a 45% chance. So this is going to go up because of the passive skill. And basically, in every 2 seconds, you will generate lightning strikes, which hits really hard. I think it's 6,000 damage without critting and 10,000 with crits, but it will crit almost all the time because of the passive we will use. So the next one is this one. This is also really important because this is basically, we are going to use this as a passive skill, so we're never going to touch it, and I will tell you in a second why. So if you max it out, then you will have 5 points in discharge and 5 points in enhanced affinity. So basically what this skill does, this discharge, what it does, if you have at least 50 points affinity, then you will deal lightning damage every 1 second in 5 meters around you. This means this discharge, this happens all the time when you have 50 amplified. You don't have to activate the skill. So basically, if we add this 100 amplify to it, then we will have 150 amplify. And this deals 3% more damage per amplify. So basically, you deal 450% more damage with this. So basically, this is every 1 second about 10,000 damage. And you deal 10,000 damage to one enemy every 1 second in 5 meters. And you don't have to touch this skill, you don't have to activate it. It works passively. So this is also this is also an AFK element of the build. Okay, this is just a basic spell. So I don't know. I just calculated what would be the best to get more damage out of this. So this is just spell damage and spell rage. Because we use rage, it will of course bring our character up, the damage up. This is just lightning damage basically, so it's nothing really serious. I didn't have enough points. Perhaps I should put it somewhere else. This is also rage effect increase and damage increase. This is good for the rage. So basically, okay, yeah. So I told you that it's not important to have rage here, but it's good if you put points in there. So these two should be here, should be maxed out. Rage gain and lightning strikes. So yeah, this is the rage effect, and you can just put points in wherever you want. Basically, the passive points are up to you. Lightning Evoker, when you use a non-channel skill, so basically every time we use lightning bolt, then we shoot a lightning strike at an enemy, and because of this passive, we shoot another one at an enemy because we use the skill and we use the skill basically. So this is also really good. Our lightning strikes are our strongest attack, and I will show you why. So this is the last passive for this build, and this makes it really shine. So if you max it out, then you will have increased activation chance for the passive lightning strikes, which will almost put every lightning strike or everything you do, create a lightning strike passively. Even if you stand still, you still have this 2 second lightning strike because of the other passive active skill, the aura. And with this, you deal damage, increased damage with it, and lightning strikes have 10% base critical hit chance. So this is not the crit chance. So it's not that it adds 10% to the crit chance itself, but to the base crit chance, which is the most important part. So this will be added to your base crit chance. I don't know, for example, Lightning Strike has perhaps 5% crit chance basically in this base form. This will add 10%, so it will have 15% in its base form. So your critical chance upgrades on your gear will calculate with 15% and not with 5%. So this means almost every of our lightning strike damage will crit. And the other one is reserve energy. The more energy you have reserved, the more damage it will get. So basically what you will have to do, you will have to activate your energy as much as possible. So you have to reserve as much as possible. I just reserved so much that I can use two other skills. Lightning Bolt, which you can use with 17 energy. We have now 46 energy left, and this needs 17. And the other one is, which is really important, is costs 30 energy. So basically I can activate everything with this energy that I have, and the energy regain is really good, so I can just spam my main skill. It's quite good, and I can also activate this one almost all the time. So this is the skill that you put on your boss when you start the fight, and after you just forget it. So it will always be there. Okay, so this is the storm part. It's the most important part, and now comes the rook part. So this one, let's just start with the active ones. I am using basically two main skills here. This is the first one. This is an aura that we use basically for reserving mana, but it also gives us quite a good critical hit. And this little thing here, this shadow dagger, it's not really important. You can put these points somewhere else. I just played around with it, and you just put it here. This damage is really minuscule compared to the lightning damage that we do. But I just put it in here. You can put these points elsewhere if you want. The other important part is this one, Mark of Death. If you check what it does, when you hit a marked enemy, deal an extra 10% of the hit as vitality damage. So the more you hit to an enemy, so let's say I hit the enemy for 10,000 damage, then I hit the enemy for extra 1,000 vitality damage. This will be important later, because with this we will have massive amount of life leech. So we can just kill bosses while we stand there and do nothing. I mean, of course there are those bosses who hit hard, but as long as you don't get one shot, you can just heal up right away. So it's really not that big of a deal. I put put points into Shadow Dagger, which does 6 points of poison damage, which is, I'm not sure if it's useful, so perhaps I will put it somewhere else. The other ones, I just found it even more useless, so I put 5 points in here and 5 points in Weaken, because the target does less damage to you. So this is really good for bossing. It just weakens the boss. You just get less damage from the bosses. Yeah, and we have the passive that buff this one, so it's really good. Rook is for me it's a support class. Okay, and this is Vanish. I checked all the other skills, but I haven't found anything useful. The most useful what I found was Vanish, and because you will get critical chance if you use it, and hit damage critical hit damage multiplier. So it just for a few seconds you will get 7 seconds you will get a buff, and there is a 4-second cooldown. So it's important to say that if you click the skill, I think The cooldown only starts after the skill is down. So you will have a 4-second delay. Yes, you see, I push the skill, there is 5 seconds, and only starts the countdown when the skill ends. So it's just you can just use it whenever. It's not even important. It's not that big damage. Okay, so let's check the passives. This is really good. Increased damage and increased critical hit chance. We need it. Everything was critical hit chance and critical damage we need. And I've also put points in the passives, in the feats, so that we will get more of these. Next one is dismantling tactics. This is the passive that really buffs your active skill Mark of Death. What this does is you will deal more damage to your target that you have marked. So 75% more damage. It's really, really good. And if you kill an enemy, which is not your mark, then your mark will also get damaged. So you just if you have a boss or some big enemy that has 5,000 ads, then you mark your boss at the start. You start killing the little enemies, and then every time one of them dies, your boss gets damaged. So yeah, it's really good. What I've put the extra feats in, so critical hit chance, of course, and lifesteal, because if you put this many points in lifesteal, then this will make you even more immortal when you fight your mark. Mark resistance, I mean -8 resistance, as we don't really need it. You can just, if you want, you can take out critical chance and put it into mark resistance, but I just put it in critical chance, so yeah. But lifesteal you should leave in, because this is your survivability for this class. Okay, next passive is just spell damage, and cast speed is, I don't think that's too important. I mean, you can put either in alignment chance or cast speed. I just put it in alignment chance, but critical hit is good, so you should leave it. And the last one is, of course, surgical precision. It gives us a massive amount of critical hit chance and critical hit multiplier. You shouldn't take this one, because this will reduce your critical hit chance by 50%, and I guess if you have massive amount of crit chance, and you can take it, but if you take this one, this gives you 15% critical hit damage. This gives you a 30% critical hit multiplier or damage multiplier. So you can make this 45, but I don't think that this 30% is that important. I rather have my attacks crit surely than to crit sometimes and do bigger damage. So yeah, I mean, but this depends on you. So yeah, so this is basically the class, the character, and let me show you how this how we can use this one. So let's just, I think here is a boss. Yeah, there is a boss there. So what I will do is, first I will have to kill the small mobs, because I need to charge this skill. So I need 150 amplification for the skill. It will start at 50, so at 50 you will see that it starts to kill enemies, and when you charge it, it never goes away until you push the skill, so don't push the skill. Yep, it's over 50, and you see now it deals 6,000 damage to the enemies. Okay, we have now 70. So this will do 10,000 when it's done, and it's basically just passively kills mobs around you. Oh, the difficulty is the highest difficulty and the highest mobs that I could get in the beta or the early access. So you can see the mobs are level 50 and I am level 45, and they are just melting like nothing. Okay, we are almost at 150. You can see the damage is always up. So I don't know how we started, but it's much better now. Let me search for more enemies. Or I mean, we can start a boss already. So this amplification will never go away anyway. And when we kill the boss, it's just let's kill the boss a few times. And then we will have, oh, okay, it's almost full. Yeah, it's full. Okay, so now it's full, and now it gives us 18,000 damage, which will be only 10,000 on the boss, you will see, but yeah, it's enough. So the first thing what we will do is put our mark on the boss. There it is. It's chilling up there. Okay, put the mark on it, and I will do nothing right now. Check my HP. Check the boss's life. I am currently doing nothing. I'm just touching the mouse and do nothing. So this is passive damage that this character does. The only thing is that it only does it to one enemy. So yeah. So basically, it's a single target build. If you want to kill enemies, then you have to use the more enemies, then you have to use your basic skill, because this is an AoE skill. Okay, so let's see. This was the passive boss kill. The boss doesn't have big one-hitting attacks. Of course, if it would one-hit me, then I would die. But if it just hits me like this, then I will never die, because my HP is filled the moment it hits me. So yeah. Okay, so let's see how this character does when I also use my basic attack and all the buffs that I have on the boss. So yeah, mark, shadow, and oh, okay, yeah. So it does have a one-hit attack, yeah. So you see, if the boss attacks you with one hit and it crits, then it's goodbye. Yeah, as I said, it's if the boss one hits you, then no amount of life leech will will heal you up. Okay. Oh yeah, and the amplification didn't drop, so it stays there after you're dead also. But you have, of course, to reactivate your auras. And let's go. I will now just dodge his big attack. Okay. Okay, and yep. It's a bit faster this way. You just have to dodge the bigger attacks, and that's it. So this is the class. It's really good, I think. This is one of the strongest classes that I've built. Of course, in the future there will be probably more classes that will come out during the early access, because Titan Quest 1 had really many classes and many class combinations. It was really great. I hope that they will do something like that here also, because currently we only have 4 classes, which is not that much. We have Storm, Rogue, I think Warfare, and Earth Mastery, or something like that. But for me, this is my favorite combination. It's really strong. So I can just recommend this. It's just like a lazy build, if you want. Okay, that's it for me. Thank you, everyone. Have a nice day. Bye.